You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good game, Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AFTERBUZZ TV for Terra Nova. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest Terra Nova news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, it's AFTERBUZZ TV for Terra Nova.
What's up, everybody? You are with us in the studio for the Terra Nova After Show. We just watched Now You See Me, episode 9. What did we all think about it?
Now you see me.
Now you see me. I mean, I know we kind of missed you guys last week for Thanksgiving, but
Oh yeah, how was it?
mine was good.
Oh, your Thanksgiving?
Yeah,
Oh.
Thanksgiving. We just switched topics.
Yeah.
That was a quick switch.
Yeah.
Well,
My
it related, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you see me. Last week you didn't.
Right.
No, we were here last week.
We were, but like the
but-
end of the week, everyone
Yeah.
was
Oh,
off. You
I was
know?
confused.
That's okay, Kristen. Kristen,
I'm still high off the
great,
tryptophan.
Clearly.
Are you?
I'm still high off the tryptophan,
Oh,
clearly.
okay.
How was your Thanksgiving, though?
It's different because, you know, I'm not home. You know, it's like there's no mother's cooking.
Yeah, I feel you. That was
yeah.
me too.
Yeah.
So.
We went to, my boyfriend and I went to a really nice dinner. I won't say the restaurant, but it's like a super fancy, expensive, like whatever restaurant. And the food was so, like, bad. It really
I thought you were
was
gonna
like
say good.
Yeah,
No, it was so
But then it's like, why wouldn't she say the name?
Right.
it was so
I
disappointing.
thought
Well,
just because free
no,
publicity.
it was. Yeah, no, I don't want to. It's like bad publicity.
They're not sponsoring
Yeah.
Was it in Hollywood?
No, it was in Westwood.
Oh, okay.
But it was bad. Beef tongue. That's all I'll
Ew.
say. Yeah.
Anything tongue doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
To
Did
me.
you have
Yeah.
to order that?
It was one of the appetizers,
but-
and it all came out. You didn't really have a choice,
Oh.
but it was just.
Wait,
yuck.
that makes me think. If you guys were in Terra Nova and there was no food to eat, would you eat a tongue?
I'd probably be a
Or what
vegetarian
would you
in Terra
eat?
Nova.
What would you eat? I was just watching a movie the other day called The Road. It was like all about like you
Oh, I
know,
watched- I saw that, yeah.
It's so good,
Yeah.
post-apocalypse. And basically they're eating like crickets and like
Okay.
insects. This father and son that are traveling, you know, to get away from the bad people.
Yeah.
Because people turn like cannibalist or I don't know.
Cannibals.
Is
cannibalistic.
Can you be
Cannibalism.
cannibal? Can you be a cannibalist? Or no, it doesn't exist.
It's almost like a form of. Are you Republican, a Democrat, or a
I'm a
cannibalist?
Well, anyways, back to the topic.
Right.
We're not eating dinosaurs here. So, what about I would say like what was it? The children that played like a big role in tonight's storyline. Like it was a big topic that came up with Mira and Commander Taylor when they were in the jungle.
Well, the
Yeah.
kids are definitely a big like motivation between both Taylor and Mira. So they're really driven in all of like everything that they've done so far in this entire season so far has really been based around
The
a
kids,
motivation of their children, but
Yeah.
not directly, but pretty much.
But they're kind of like their ammo.
Yeah,
It's like
it's like
they're
their
like
reason.
thought
Yeah.
bubbles. It's like my child, and
Yeah.
then but we don't know them yet. But it is, a major motivation.
You know what? I wonder if Taylor is kind of motivated for other reasons, you know, for taking over Terra Nova for other reasons besides a better place and to make a better world. Because a lot of the storyline for him is his son, even though they have a horrible relationship and he's working against him. But I feel like you could see it in his eyes and when he speaks how passionate he is about his son and their relationship, even though they kind of don't have one anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe he has other motives too.
Intentions?
Yeah.
Yeah,
know,
he
it's-
might be. Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
He might be trying to beat his son. He doesn't maybe want his son to
Oh, to
do
discover
do better than him or something.
take
That could be a
over.
motivation.
I
Yeah.
don't know. He
Maybe.
seems too fatherly to me to be like in competition. I feel like he's always like, he's kind of like nurturing, like, I don't want you to make the wrong decision, I don't want you to do this, but he never wants to hurt his son.
Yeah.
Like, he won't really, he had a weapon, I think, to him once in one episode, but wouldn't like, you know, harm him. So I feel like he's more nurturing, not like the competitive, I'll kill you or whatever. Even though we did see the teaser for the next episode, I think, or one of the next episodes, where he was kind of like, over my dead body again. He used that line again, but to his son, I think.
Yeah.
So who knows where it could go, I guess.
Yeah, I think they're looking towards finding out what those markings were on the rocks, and finding out about the portal and going back and forth. So I don't know. I mean, sorry, I'm jumping ahead to the next topic.
But they also were talking about Somalia too. Remember when Mira was in the jungle with him, Taylor? And she mentioned Somalia. Like, your son said that the reason why he hates you is because of Somalia. Where do you guys think that, like, plays into? What does it play into?
Maybe they were in the, like, some sort of army together. Maybe they were fighting a war together or something.
You mean he?
Well, yeah, because Mira.
What? Sounds like a granny.
Where did that come from?
Myra.
Sorry. She said that Lucas said to ask Commander Taylor about Somalia. So
yeah, that's why Lucas hates him.
Yeah,
because of Somalia.
So I don't think it was.
I thought it was Mira and him together. I thought that was.
No, I think it was the father-son combo.
But then didn't like Taylor fight in Somalia once? Didn't he bring that up?
Yeah, I think
That
he brought
sounds
it up
familiar.
regarding the guy that came over that he killed. Weren't they like fighting together or something?
Yeah,
The
I
one
think so.
with the one arm, was that?
Yeah, like that was like last episode.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But I do remember them
I'm
mentioning
sorry.
Somalia previously.
Yeah, no, I remember that too. Maybe that's why he's a commander.
Well, yeah, he was definitely in the military prior. He said that.
We need to get our shit together, guys.
I know. You know what? It's kind
We're
of
like,
hard.
is it this?
There's so much detail in stories like this that
Yeah,
it's
it's
kind
hard
of
to
like,
remember.
yeah, it's hard to get everything correct all the time. You forget week to week.
I can look something up.
Even though I have all my notes here from like the
You are
past
so
7
good with those
weeks.
notes. Look at her notes.
Literally, wait, should we go through? You mean like tonight's?
No,
or
just
ever?
like look how many you have,
Yeah.
and then look
Alright.
at mine. That's
Let's
it.
go here.
That's from today?
And it all
No,
says.
this is.
No, hers.
Oh,
I have
we
all
have,
mine,
like-
but
Oh, you
not
saved
yours.
all your
So
notes. You've
much.
saved all your notes.
Yeah, just
I
in
have
case
mine.
I
Oh my
want to
God,
look
I'm
back
such
at
a
them.
I
I
have
just
mine
don't.
there.
This is why I did not do good in school. I was like,
I will on the season finale. I'll look back at all of them.
the only notes I ever kept were love notes. Just kidding.
Oh,
I
I
never
used
got
to
any.
love
I
passing
didn't have
notes
any.
in class.
I always pass notes.
Yeah, that was like so much
It
fun.
was embarrassing when
And
the
you get
teacher-
caught. Did a teacher ever read your notes out loud?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's so embarrassing.
That's like so old school.
It is.
That's like
It is,
almost
but
like a
it
fake
worked,
TV
though.
show would do that. But yeah, they used to do that.
Or
Oh.
We're off the subject.
I'm gonna
but I
pass.
kinda
I'm gonna
like
pass a
this
note about
subject.
Jesse.
Detect that a host has wandered off the
Jesse,
subject.
we're gonna start passing
Please
notes
return
about
at once.
you right now.
Our systems detect that a host
Jesse
has
is
wandered off the
mean.
subject.
Love hearts.
Please return at once.
Pass.
This means that Jesse's just bored with our conversation. Sorry, Jess.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Are you
Eh.
okay, Kendra?
I'm not, but that's okay.
What?
I can't hear anything.
You
in my
can't hear anything?
headphones.
He shut our mics off. No, I'm just kidding.
No, can you guys hear?
Yeah, you can't
Yeah,
hear in
we
your
can
headphones.
hear. Jesse, Kendra
I've always
can't
wanted to say,
hear.
can you turn my headphones up?
Turn it up.
Like I'm in the studio with Hova. But um,
I'll see if I
oh,
can.
now I can. So you did it?
Can you hear me?
A little bit. So strange. Sorry, I know this is.
Yeah, what we're saying isn't important anyway.
Just mute us out.
yeah.
I can hear you outside of the headphones.
You can
so-
leave me and Kristen on, and we'll just communicate.
Yeah.
Because we have nothing important to say.
It's so
We
awkward though having to
appreciate
look
it.
at you like this, and I have this like high collar on. I look like a vampire, and I'm like,
away.
whoa. Whenever I look over, I feel like I don't
Okay.
like this collar.
We're gonna hear
Anyway.
that alert again.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we're even more off topic than we
Yeah.
were in the first time.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Okay, where were we?
But the
Well, we were talking about the children.
I'm interested to see Mira's daughter, what she looks like, because Mira's really pretty.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Mira's gorgeous.
Wait, who's Mira's baby daddy? Do we know?
I don't think they
Oh
ever brought that up.
yeah.
That's interesting.
Who knows?
Taylor.
Taylor. I was
Oh,
gonna say,
God.
That's why he's so interested, right?
No, but honestly, I was thinking during this episode, you know how Mira had mentioned that part of the deal with, you know, what her plan is with Terra Nova was that the people in 2149 would be watching after her daughter safely. Yeah. And it kind of makes me think, well, what if they use it against Mira that, well, we have your daughter, so if you don't complete this task within this amount of allotted time, because they might start to get impatient since they only thought it was going to take 6 months originally to get what they wanted, that they might threaten her and use her daughter as, like, a threat.
And her daughter is sick, too, right?
I think she was, yeah. They said she was.
She was or she is?
Well, they mentioned that she had been sick. I don't know if she still is. I don't think she still is because she's now being watched safely. I think she was sick because they were homeless on the street.
Was that the fever or that was something else?
Well, I think it was something else because it was in 2149. It wasn't.
She said something like the ex-con and her sick daughter, talking about herself.
Yeah, she said that she was an ex-con. She was homeless.
And the daughter was sick.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we're going to have to worry about that, the daughter being abused or whatever, because in the previews they showed that the son completed the portal and now they have a whole army that's in Terra Nova going into Terra Nova to, like, bust the place up.
For lack of a
in
better term.
In my most professional language. Because they showed him in the preview all of that giant army, and Mira, kind of, it almost seems like now she's not really necessary for the most part because that's what the army guys are for.
Right.
I feel like they're just going to, like, threaten her. I have a feeling. The daughter's there for a reason. We haven't seen her yet, and I think that they're going to use the daughter against her eventually when they don't get what they want right away. I could see it.
I could see that definitely too, though.
But speaking of the daughter being sick, the whole fever thing, I don't think it was the fever. I think it was something else in 2149. But in Terra Nova, there was a fever going around at one point, and they said it was Commander Taylor said it was one of the deadliest things that happened to the people of Terra Nova and the community over there.
But I wonder, because we did see the mother, we saw Sky's mother, who she still looked sick. So the fever, if it did exist, doesn't seem to have existed too long ago because you can't last that long being sick.
Is that the fever that she had?
But that's what I was going to ask. Yeah. But I was going to ask, though, because she is part of the Sixers, I wonder if maybe the fever didn't really get her particularly, and maybe she's sick with something else.
That's what I'm wondering. Or the Sixers somehow have an antidote.
I think you're on it. I think the Sixers have
like a vaccine.
Yes.
No, either the vaccine or not the vaccine, the entire virus, and they can easily inject it and hurt you. Release it. And I think that's what they did with the mother, because that's why they're using Sky.
Right.
Yes, she's the guinea pig. If we notice from the very beginning, Sky from episode 1 was always a little sketchy. I had called this.
You did.
But she had told everybody her parents were dead, okay? Mother is not dead. We don't know where the father is yet. He could be a Sixer, who knows? But the mother is being used. She obviously left to be with the Sixers. The mother's now being used, and Sky's being used, and they're basically using the relationship they have to get Sky to work for them.
Is it possible that Commander Taylor is Sky's father?
No, because he said your mother and father.
Yes, but talking in third person.
I don't know. That's kind of a little. Maybe
he's the uncle, but I don't know. I don't think he's the father.
But I do remember this date. I'm just gonna write.
Because then he'd probably be in the know that the mother was a Sixer and not. You know what I mean? Sky's been telling everybody our parents are dead. So
but Sky's been telling people she's not the spy. Well, she hasn't been telling people.
Well,
she's been acting like.
When you're a spy, you don't really tell people, right? Because
but when you're Commander Taylor, you don't tell people the right things either.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying.
So you're not a fan of Commander Taylor, obviously.
No, I'm a fan in general.
Because he's supposed to be the good guy. Like, he's trying to make him out to be the good guy.
Well, not to change topics, but I did want to just say,
change the topic.
Yeah, because I don't really know what else to say about that. I'm kind of at a loss. But now I can see why Sky maybe had such a crush on Josh, or not really a crush, but
interest
because of the Sixers were maybe motivating her. Because remember, we were saying, like, why, if he loves someone else, is she so interested in him still, and why is she willing to help? I think it's just so she could get in closer to their family, and put them in a vulnerable spot, because when she knows a lot about them and she's a spy, she could be using her looks and wit to
That's true.
not have a crush on someone, but to get deeper into their life.
Because she's acting like she's perfect, and even going to visit Commander Taylor, she seemed kind of like,
she's too like goody two shoes. She can't be. She's almost like the brown noser in school who brought like the teacher an apple, but it was like a poisonous apple, and they were like, wink, you know, like she just has bad
school.
I came from a scary place.
It's always the ones you least expect, you know. And I think what they're doing is she's making herself out to be the least expected to be a spy.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
she's making herself out to be like an angel, you know. She wants everyone to be on her side and think that she's good, but really,
wait till they find out whose DNA that was,
if they ever do. Not in the next episode.
What's
maybe
the next episode called? Finding out the DNA.
I don't know, but the next episode was kind of, well, I don't know. It was a prelude to like all of Lucas's
everything breaking loose,
you know,
and that's in actually 2 weeks, right?
Plan.
Right. So I don't think there's an episode next week. Is that right?
Yeah. Can someone back us up on that? Is there no episode next week?
I think there is not.
Jesse's gonna do the job.
He's gonna do it.
We'll look it up for us.
Tablet here.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know about that. Sky.
I think they'll still be able to figure out her DNA because they're supposed to be really advanced. It's 2149, kind of.
They know so far that it's a female. She tampered with it after. I know they have 47 women to.
Yeah, but that's not a lot of people. When you can kind of, you know, put people like people have alibis. She's not gonna have an alibi for the night,
but
so
she will because
she'll make one up.
Yeah,
but it'll fall through. It'll be a flimsy alibi. Does my nose sound really stuffed? I like can't even listen to myself anymore.
No,
I want just my headphones off.
There's no episode next week.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
I'll have time to blow my nose.
You guys gonna miss us?
Oh, but we did it last time without an episode.
We did do it.
Oh yeah, we did.
So we may be here.
We could be here.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Oh yeah.
If you guys want us here, you know.
Sorry.
I think I'll be in San Diego.
Well,
but we'll figure that out.
Kristen won't be here.
I know.
Because
Thanks,
really,
girl.
it's going to be a huge gap. Just kidding. I have nothing to add.
God. That's why they're not airing. It's because they knew you weren't going to be available.
Kristen's going to be in San Diego at the Bills game. They're going to lose.
The Steelers won this weekend. But anyway, sorry.
So the fever,
where are the alerts? I'm doing it on purpose. What's going on today? Is it a full moon?
Well, let's talk a little bit about the fever. Do you guys think that the fever, if it was released, they could figure out a cure for it? How do we think they got rid of it in the first place?
Yeah, I think they did figure out a way to.
Did we ever see any episodes about the fever?
And that's where
it was new, right?
It just kind of popped up, and he was like, "Woof, that was the worst thing ever," and we didn't see anything.
Yeah, that's my beef with the show.
But then the mother.
That's my beef.
And I read a blog. Somebody else was saying that it was the fever. Like a blogger was saying that the Sky's mother had the fever, and it was because she was injected by the Sixers.
So, do you think that Sky's mom's there against her will, or do you think they're part of the Sixers?
I think she's a part of the Sixers, and you can tell just by her clothes. Like she is a Sixer. You know what I mean?
Her fashion sense is all Sixers.
She's just chilling with the Sixers. They betrayed her. And
they're all just shopping at Abercrombie to me. The Terra Nova and the Sixers.
You just reminded me of something. During the episode, Kristen, I was thinking, and it reminded me of your comments about the wardrobe, but I was thinking that they made Jim Shannon a sheriff, okay? But he's wearing normal clothes, and everybody else is in, like, militaristic gear.
Yeah, that's strange.
Right?
That's a really good point.
How are you going to listen to somebody like Joe Schmo on the block with no...
Right.
Like, he doesn't look like he would have authority.
He have a badge or something?
No, he doesn't even have a badge, I don't think.
No, nothing. He's just, like... He's literally... I remember him giving orders to everybody when
he's
Commander Taylor was in the jungle, and he was wearing, like, junk clothes.
I am the sheriff of J. Crew. It's like, that's what he...
Not even. His outfit was not J. Crew. It was
but it's not J... It's like Cas J. Crew. Like, if J. Crew got dirty...
It looked like more on the Sixer side.
Yeah.
Like their wardrobe stylist came over.
That is a good point, though. He's definitely never been... Because
but then he's
Taylor's...
Like, he, you know...
Yeah, but is he supposed to be a plain-clothed officer, or is he...
Like, it's not like he's FBI, where you don't know, like... Or CIA, I mean, where you don't know.
Maybe it's their version.
No, because he's.
I love
out in
how
the
we always
open.
justify like all the details in the show. We're like, well, this could be why, but it's just like, no, just put him in a freaking outfit.
Yeah,
Just
like
put
give him
in a
some gear.
uniform.
He's not
Yeah.
even protected. All the other soldiers have gear that protects them. You know.
Yeah, they're like wearing those shoulder
Yeah.
pads and
Like
like.
Commander Taylor doesn't really care about
bras.
this guy.
He doesn't really need it until he goes outside the.
Well, he does need it because they're spies.
Well,
He's got it
yeah,
because
but
he's got our
Sky's not a
bullets
big-
flying at him.
She's not
Yeah,
a
but
big
they don't
threat.
know it's Sky. Come on, it could be anybody. They thought it was Boylan at first. That bartender.
Boiling.
That funky old bartender. But
Well-
anyways, speaking of Taylor.
But what do we think? Okay, so Sky is the spy, which is annoying because her name rhymes with spy.
Yes.
Sky's a spy.
Fever Sky
And
Sky.
that could be symbolic.
what is she? Well, Sky, yeah, like Sky's overlooking everything. Like the sky overlooks
Yep.
everything.
There we
Um,
go.
Oh.
But what do you think her main?
That's a good one.
Thank
Click,
you.
ding.
Sorry.
What do you think her main? I'm like an English
Lit.
genius right now.
Yeah.
What do you think her duty as a spy is, though? What is she actually doing? Like, what information is she even giving them? You know, because it's almost like, yeah, they need a spy, but what is she sending to them?
I have the answer.
Thank you. That's what I'm looking for, is an answer.
No, I remember. Oh my God, I
looking
wrote
for
this down. I remember they said it, at least for this episode, they said what they wanted. Oh God, where did I write this? It was something about. Oh, Intel drop. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I have no idea what that
It was.
means.
It looked like a USB.
Like a
or
USB
like-
port?
Yeah, or like one of those memory cards that you stick in your laptop.
Yeah.
The
That's what
flash
it looked
drive.
like. But he specifically said, one of the Sixers specifically said, Intel drop. And Sky gave it to him.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, next time, he's like, you better deliver this faster. We haven't given your mom medicine for like 2 days.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
When it
She,
sounded
yeah,
muffled
I
again?
heard it. And
yeah.
and no, I didn't hear her because she was muffled. But when the Sixer repeated it, he mentioned Intel drop. Intel, hello, computer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That is something to do with information. There's information
Thanks.
on that thing.
Yes.
But yes. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's
well-
what this one was. But obviously he said the next time, like, make sure you get this to us faster. So obviously they're going to keep asking for more and more and more from her.
Yeah.
You
Maybe
know?
it's from the hard drive at the hospital. Is that important?
Well, that's
Maybe
what I'm
'cause the
wondering. Like, that's what I'm
fever-
wondering. Like, what information is important to them? Like, it is an Intel drop, but what
Maybe the
within the
hospital-
Intel is
Medical
necessary?
information
because of
could
the
be.
fever. Maybe somehow they're gonna turn the fever into some, mass like Ebola or something, but
Yeah.
that they're immune to the
Yeah.
Sixers to. Get
Or
rid
maybe
of.
they could just like thrive off the research and create something of their own, you know?
Yeah.
Or it could be military information. It could be anything, or like where they want resources. So maybe it like it's a map, or it has information of the land, and gives them information of where the resources they need are, or things that they need.
Good point.
You never know. Could
we
be
have
any
it
of
all
those
figured
things.
out.
I don't know. I have so many
No, good.
theories
It's great,
boiling in
'cause
my little brain.
I feel like because I'm just like so kind of detached from the show that my brain can't figure out what anything really means because it's just so disinterested.
No, the
You know what I
best-
mean?
Oh wait, we didn't get there yet. Taylor and Mira.
They should have just thrown off the gloves and just done it there. They should have just gotten it over with.
Get over the tension.
Yeah, just
Let
do
it
it,
go.
you two.
I
Just
wasn't
do it and
gonna
have
say
another
that,
baby.
but-
A love child.
I was gonna say it's great how they're in a bind one moment and then they're back in Terra Nova
Yeah.
the next.
You
Yeah.
guys, did you ever think what the symbolism is behind the name the Sixers?
No.
666.
The devil. Oh my God, no.
Probably. I mean, honestly,
That could, that could
Well,
totally be it.
I feel like with the names in the show, they're a little bit kind of obvious with maybe their meaning because Sky, Spy, Mira maybe is a reflection.
Yeah, like a
you know,
mirror.
you know,
a
like
mirror?
yeah, like, hey
Mira.
Mira. Well, that's all
Oh
I
my
thought.
God. Talking from the East Coast people on this
Yeah,
side.
yeah. Look in the mirror. And
So then
Mira, look in the mirror.
Taylor's tailoring things.
Love it.
Is that
Yeah, like I just feel like they really picked names that were really kind of obvious in terms of what they were trying to
Jim Shannon
communicate about him.
What does Jim Shannon mean?
Weak, like a woman.
Shannon, yeah, Shannon's a woman's name.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, but what's Jim?
Jimbo.
Jim is just like your average.
He's your average Jim.
Your average Jim.
Average Jim.
Slim Jim.
Slim Jim.
Step into a Slim Jim.
Yep.
But anyway, I think it's funny, you know, Taylor and Mira getting together and, you know, like you said, like they're fighting the dinosaurs for 1 minute and then the next minute they're just both separated. My question with that is, did they just okay, I'm not going to go on a rant about my misgivings about the show. However, okay, Taylor and Mira, for whatever reason, are, you know, making like friends to fight the dinosaurs. But when they're done with the dinosaurs, do they just like they didn't
like,
show?
"All right, see you later."
Yeah, like do they shake hands and walk away? They're still enemies. Like why did they not continue once they figured out the dinosaurs or got back? Like game's back on, bitch. Sorry. And so I'm just really surprised that they didn't resolve that at all because they were in the forest 1 minute, like, okay, now we're friends and like we're gonna help each other. And then the next minute he was sitting at his desk. So they didn't show the viewers at all the resolve or the transition.
Yeah.
And I feel like that just, to me, it's almost like if you're dating a guy and he just doesn't tell you certain things, it's like he kind of pushes you away a little bit. And that's how I feel about the show. When they're not telling me certain things that I feel like are so obvious and they don't tell me, I'm like hands up in the air, like I'm done. I'm done with the show. Because I just feel like that is information that should be written in.
You're not going to go on a rant.
That's the rant. That's it. That's not a rant. You guys are lucky. That was short.
If they do come back to it, though, I think that it will be okay. But if they leave it like that forever and never come back to it in any episode, then yeah, it's kind of like a huge gap that I feel like I don't know.
They would, because why would they?
Maybe it could flash back to something.
Remember that time we were walking back from the forest?
Like, I don't know, but it's just like weird that they would gap like that. That it was.
It just should show.
Yeah.
Some sort of like how they parted.
I mean, I get that they like ended off on peaceful terms because they were bonding over like their children and similar experiences. But they didn't show, you know, what happened after. If, you know, okay, well, I'm going to go back to my camp. You go back to yours.
Right. Are we going to kill each other later? Or should we just, like, send each other, like, friend bracelets? It's just weird. Like, resolve it, please. Just show us what's going on.
I think they should have just, like, made, they should have just made something to say that we're going now. Like, it was sit at the fire or on the logs, and that was it.
Because they did laugh. When
exactly.
like,
it was all of a sudden he was at his desk. They were just at a fire in the middle of nowhere fighting dinosaurs, and now he's at his desk, like with his hands behind his head, like, well, that was a long day. Like how a boss interview, like how someone goes to a job interview, the boss is just like so casual. Yeah. Like that's how he looked, and it's just like.
Meanwhile, he was like all disheveled and like dirt on his face.
Yeah, he just
how was your day?
Shannon,
well,
she's like, you look like you were fighting something.
Yeah, and it's just like
all in a day's work.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, that was a little bit of a gap for me that just left me feeling cold.
Well, speaking of the two of them, did you guys notice when they were in the jungle, forest, whatever, that Mira has a scar over on her chest?
Yeah, it's like.
Did she mention it?
I feel like she might have.
I think they did.
I feel like they did.
Can we?
But
Let's go to that clip.
It looks very tribal. It looks very like it was a statement of
I
like.
think she said it was something from.
She mentioned it?
I thought she
like
did,
in episodes past or something.
Oh, I thought he mentioned it, like he referred to it and she said something about it this episode.
Really? I don't remember that. I just remember the video, like the film cinematography, the way they shot it. They just made it very obvious they wanted you to notice it.
Yeah, they wanted you to see it.
It was right there. She was in a tank top right by the waterfall. Like they wanted you to see it.
And she's like, tramp
It was
stamp.
very clear.
Like it's like a birthmark for Terra Nova.
It was
it looked like it would be a Terra Nova symbol. Like
I actually
or a
drew
six
it.
or
branding or something, right?
It was like a butterfly, like a mosquito.
It looked like it was like a dot, line, dot, or something. It was very like tribal.
Check this out.
Let me see.
It was like this. It was a line, two dots, and then.
Oh, look at you.
Did you draw
so it was like
drew
it.
Oh, wow.
It
on
was
top
like,
of it.
You know, I want to remember
in
these
the dark
things.
too.
It looked like a mosquito, or like some kind of like fly.
Yeah,
it had the wings.
Oh, it's probably that bug that they sent.
That's
from
probably
last
what
episode.
It was. Good call. Yeah, the one that was like the messenger
The little
between the
helicopter.
villages.
The big helicopter bug.
The insect that was flying. That's what it actually looks like. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I wonder what
maybe.
the symbolism is to that.
Maybe.
Still unknown. I don't remember her mentioning it though. That's weird.
So those dinosaurs that Taylor and Mira fought off, and again, I know you said they're like weak dinosaurs, like they're afraid or whatever, but it was kind of the same situation with the dinosaurs as it was with Mira and Taylor parting. That we never really saw the dinosaurs, and I know like we're supposed to assume that they like ran away, but we didn't see that. Like one was on fire, and then another came up and was like, rear, and then the next thing we know, they were sitting at the fire in the morning.
No, I thought they did run away.
No, they never showed them run away. They literally showed them.
They like turned around. No, did you see that, Kendra?
They didn't.
Where
they
did
didn't
the
show 'em 'cause I was
dinosaurs?
really
Did you see
upset
the
about it.
dinosaurs go somewhere when they were fighting?
No, they
No,
literally
were on-
cut.
One was on fire. Yeah.
And the other one was like.
And the other one, yeah, and then.
And that
then
was
it?
it?
Was just a standoff. Yeah.
And then
And
they
then
cut.
it cut to the
They
next
cut
scene.
to the commercial, I think.
No, then it cut to them at the, and then it cut directly to them in the morning.
Oh, I thought
Like,
that
say-
was after.
Well, maybe there was a
Well-
commercial, but it was the next shot of it was them sitting like peacefully having like breakfast.
Yeah, this says in the synopsis. The next morning, Taylor and Mira prepare to part ways, which I didn't see that.
No, they were
Prepare is the key word.
right prepare because
We
they
saw
didn't
them
actually show them
prepare,
part,
yeah,
part ways.
exactly.
Right. Yeah, it was the pre-parting.
Pre-partying.
Exactly.
And then Sky comes to visit Taylor. The pair agree to take a walk to Memorial Field to visit the grave of her dead parents.
What?
Do you
Oh, so
remember
that's
that?
where she's
When
supposed to
he
be.
said, "Are you
they're
ready to
supposed to be
take a walk to Memorial Field?"
Oh
And I
yeah.
don't remember what her answer was, but and then he says something on your mind, and she says no.
Yeah.
So I think he might be on to her.
Well, I think he's not onto her in a spy sense, but I think he's onto her that something's up with maybe her personally, like maybe she's sad or something. But I don't think
I was
he's.
gonna say he may be on to her that her mom's alive.
No, I don't think so. Well, personally, I think
I don't know.
I think that he is onto her in a way that maybe like, oh, Sky, you don't seem like yourself, but he doesn't know why yet, but he'll put it together.
Yeah.
But I
He's a
don't think he's
smart
there
man.
yet. Yeah.
Do you guys notice that everybody, like in Terra Nova, the Sixers and the Terra Novians, they're all delinquents. Like Mira was an ex-con, Shannon was in jail. Like they're all
Yeah, and they're
like,
supposed to be the best of the best.
they're all freaking crazy. The one guy killed a guy and stole his DNA and became somebody else, the scientist. Like everyone's a nut job.
Maybe everyone is so awful in 2149 that they're the top of the crop. Like that they're.
Maybe they just wanted to get rid of them. Like send them back. Don't come.
Yeah.
Like leave us alone. No, I'm just kidding. But I know. Because they're all really crazy if you think about it. They all have so much baggage. Like everyone has baggage.
Yeah. I thought it was funny that Maddie was like, I have a math test first period. But it's just so weird because it's like, out of all the stuff that's going on, like that's the least of the worries in the
I know.
community.
I was like, she goes to school.
Yeah. It's like, that's the like 2 + 2. We don't have to worry about that right now. Let's worry about killing dinosaurs and not getting killed.
I
But it's
guess-
just funny,
I
like
guess
they have this
didn't
ordinary
anything
life.
else for her to do because
Yeah, I
she
mean, that
couldn't
too.
handle blood at the
Yeah,
hospital.
yeah.
and I don't know.
Well, they still got to educate, you know.
Educate to procreate. I just made that up.
Did we do the commercial? We supposed to?
We did
Well,
that.
no, well, we did the 3 topics, and now
now
we'll
we'll
take
go
us
to
commercial. Thanks, Kendra.
AfterBuzz TV. Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds, like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after-shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives, and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV. AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
Welcome back, you guys. Sorry, I just took that.
No, it's all good.
Welcome,
Do your thing.
welcome back. We're gonna do the DL Dino, so I thought I would jump right into it. This week we've got a really tiny little dino. He shouldn't even be called a dino. He's too cute. Now, if you don't look at the feet behind him, you could think, oh, that's just like a big, mean-looking dinosaur. However, if you look at the feet behind him, that's a human being, and that's how small he is compared to a human. So you can imagine how small he was compared to a dinosaur. Kendra found this gem, but I'm gonna do it now. I feel like a cheat or something, like doing your dinosaur.
It was collabo.
Yeah, it was a good collaboration. She did all the work, and then I got to take the credit. It was a perfect collaboration. Exactly how I like it.
That's how we do teamwork.
Well, his name is Frutidin. He's a Frutidin, and he's about the size of a squirrel, 21 pounds or less, which is most likely less. Or no, 2 pounds. I'm sorry, not 21. 2 pounds or less. So he was really tiny.
Yeah.
He was super tiny, and he was 28 inches long at the most. He did, though, surprisingly, have deadly jaws. Because if you think how small he is, you don't think deadly. But he could kill and snap some stuff up to really show who's boss. He's an omnivore, so they ate really whatever was in their path or whatever they could get. So they could eat little animals, leaves, I don't know, bugs. He's named from the word that means teeth like fruit. But I don't really understand why that name fits this dinosaur, because his teeth were deadly, and fruit to me is pretty soft usually and like not deadly and razor sharp. But that's why, for whatever reason, that's the name. They were expert hunters, and they were very agile. And look out, ankles, because we're coming after you. But this is the Frutidin, and if you guys want more information, just Google it.
You know what's
nothing else
funny?
to say.
The legs are longer than the arms, and it reminds me of the dino I did. Right?
Yeah, he looks like the
Those
T-Rex.
long legs.
With the fur, is that the one? The feathers.
It was the one that had like the very long legs.
Yeah.
That were like
they were like
so
hips.
high up.
They were like mom
Oh,
hips.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like, and they were specifically like they believed that they climbed trees and things like that. So I wonder
like
if
a
that
mini
was
version.
a mini version,
A relative.
the same, a relative, pretty much.
Yeah.
Same fam.
Yeah. He's a little brother.
Well, cute. So that was Kendra's dino. I'm confused.
Well, it was supposed to be I was supposed to do it
day.
this week, and then
I
Kendra
had thought
texted
it
me and
was-
was like, "Oh, I was gonna. I thought the dino was me,
Tell
so I'm
everyone
gonna.
how it went down.
So I'm going to. I'll email you mine instead." And I was like, "Oh, just about to sit down and do whatever, like
Yeah.
gossip and stuff," and then
Yeah, because that's what you were like. Oh, I was about to start that. And I was like, wait.
which I was totally BSing. I was like doing my hair. No, I'm just kidding. No, I was about to start it, but then she sent it to me, so saved me from the research.
Oh, cool.
teamwork.
So now are you going to send yours?
I know.
yours
I know.
to
Next
her?
week I should send you.
Why
one,
didn't you just
honestly.
do yours this week? Is she
I
gonna
know.
do hers?
But it was
Well,
like hard because we were
okay.
just texting.
Yeah.
So anyway.
fine.
All right, cool.
But here he is, Frutidin.
Well, does anyone have any news and gossip this week? Because if you don't, I do.
The one thing that I have for gossip is a lot of blogs are speculating the cancellation of Terra Nova.
Whoa.
And there's one website where they put Terra Nova on the bubble, which is the dangerous category. And we won't know until May, but this is in like the very likely to be canceled. However, they are saying right now, like legit, they're saying it's a toss-up of which way it could go. There's no decisions yet. And basically, okay ratings plus a very expensive production is like a bad combination. So that's why it's kind of putting it into that dangerous territory.
I thought it was guaranteed another season.
Nope, not as of right now officially.
Well, so it's going to go on break until after May, after these next 2 weeks?
May is when all this, like Fox, NBC, CBS, that's when they all release like final.
Right, but are we not going to see any episodes now, possibly until the summer?
Well, the shows, there's only like 2 more episodes
Well,
left.
no, I mean like after those 2 episodes. Like, will we not see anything else? Like, basically, the second season would come in the summer if they approve.
It would,
saying.
yeah.
So wow, it's gonna go a whole. Wow.
It takes a long time for shows to go on. Like it's a long time.
I just feel like it's so strange to me because I feel like when you have a big following, and I don't know, obviously I don't think they consider it a big following, I guess, for the money. But when you have a following for a show, you should, I would think to maintain it, you'd want to come up with something, soon and not keep people waiting too long because then you might lose more viewers by that.
Oh,
People
yeah,
may
definitely.
become disinterested.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my opinion, but
Yeah, no, I totally agree. But I guess that's the way it works. That's just what I read up on really quick. It could be, they could release it sooner, but all the websites say we'll know in May.
yeah.
So,
Well, I was online and I saw a poll on a blogger's website that was basically raising the question, what show should get the boot out of like a bunch of shows that are new this season? And here were, out of actually 3,911 votes, Terra Nova had 10.36% of them with 405 votes. And Once Upon a Time had 2.58%, 101 votes. If you guys know any of these shows, cool, because I only know some of them. But Last Man Standing, 375 votes. So it was a little under 10%. Pan Am, 21.89%, 856
wow, that's
votes.
high.
Yeah, so I guess people don't like that show too much.
Wow.
Grimm, 2.94% with 115 votes. Alan Gregory, 13.3%, 520 votes. Man Up. Yeah, I know. Some of these I really haven't heard of. Man Up, 809 votes. Suspect, 6.24%, 244 votes. A Gifted Man, 5.86%, 229 votes. And Rock Center with Brian Williams. What is that, first of all? It sounds like the Science Channel. 6.57% with
Brian
257 votes.
Hmm.
So, I mean, Terra Nova is in the top 4, I would say.
Yeah.
up
Well,
there.
Pan Am and Man Up,
Three.
I've never even heard of Man Up, but they're like killing it with 20% basically of people. But Terra Nova's the next highest. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I know.
That's
It
too
is
bad.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Alan Gregory, Man Up, Pan
Oh,
Am.
Alan Gregory. I'm sorry.
So
I
it's like
didn't
the
see that.
4th.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's all right. It's you know what? It's in that gray area. It's right in the middle,
Right.
where people aren't sure. And then also, I was reading and people are speculating that by the end of this season we will see more Sixer mythology, and we will find out who sent the Sixers and why, like more into who they are and their roles in 2149. And also something really interesting. I sent DJ Jesse Janity the Terra Nova logo. Can we pull that up, Jesse?
Oh, is that what that is?
Yes.
Oh, I see that.
And basically, a lot of the fans out there have been writing on the forums that if you turn this image counterclockwise, there is a face.
So what I'm going to do
Really
for you
big
guys,
nose.
We're going to scroll down. This is in the blogs that Gabby's been
Checking
out. We have a black and white picture of it just to kind of show you the outline.
There we go.
Now, tell me if you can see the face there.
I can
Yeah.
see it. Yeah.
It's kind of like the Obama face, right?
Well, I saw someone commented Jay Leno. I can kind of see the moon face.
Well, these are a couple of the guesses that people have. This guy right here.
Yeah.
that's
It does
funny.
kind of look like him.
It's funny.
Oh, yeah, it does. Oh, that's funny.
But somebody actually also guessed that face was Jesus, too.
Yeah, everyone's going to guess that.
It's like
But
a,
it
And
does
someone
kinda
tried
look
to
like
draw him out,
it's
Oh,
like
that's
a
so funny.
psychology test.
right?
Yeah.
The ink blot.
When
Yeah.
people are like creating these logos, are they really going that in depth?
Well,
or is it just a coincidence?
I
That's what I was
think
going to ask
so.
you guys. Do you
I think it's a
Really
Do
coincidence.
you think watching the show that what would be the reasoning behind the Terra Nova logo being somebody's face, in your
I
opinion?
don't think it is a fake.
I
Like,
think
do you
it's
think-
coincidental.
Yeah.
Do you think it could be like, oh, this boy who just created this world and this whole thing has been a dream, or
That's actually an interesting theory.
I wish it could go
That
that
is an
deep, but I just
interesting
truly
theory.
You
don't
don't
think
think
it does.
Well, people are
No.
saying that it could be like the hero of Terra Nova, which
Yeah.
I have no idea what the hell that means, but cool. I mean, to me, it kind of does look like a Jesus or something. If you turn it around, opposite, flip it. So it's not what they're drawing, but like
If
that
it's the
face.
first
If
one?
you turn it counterclockwise, or sorry,
Wait,
no.
go all the way back
back
to the top.
the logo then, right?
So, but you're saying back to the original logo.
Yeah.
It's like a face indention there. Like the
blue?
ocean is more of a face
Yeah.
in this.
Really? No,
like
I
a
don't
big
think so.
nose. Yeah.
The land is the face.
Like the cartoon.
Right, but
I
in this,
forget.
the face that pops out is the
Oh, I
blue.
see. Yeah,
It's
and
like
you
a
know
nose.
what?
It's like a giant nose.
That's what people are pointing out, that they think that one looks like a guy in a trucker hat,
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
which is really
Any-
funny.
I think
Yeah.
any kind of indulation, it's gonna look like a face.
Oh, I see the trucker hat now. I was looking at the hat part as a giant nose.
Well, to me, I would think that
Yeah, me too.
the reason why I like that they, went all the way out and turned the face upside down. You see this right here.
Yeah.
It's almost like, what's that island? It's a bunch of islands that were created, and if you are flying over it, it looks like the world.
looks
I
like the
can't.
world?
Yeah, it
Oh.
looks like the world. A lot of celebrities go there. I
Turks
can't-
and Caicos.
Bermuda Triangle.
I don't know.
but
They never
Yeah,
come
the
back.
Bermuda Triangle.
the creator, almost like Jurassic Park, someone created Jurassic Park. If the creator of Terra Nova, and this is like the mystery of finding out how it was created
Yeah. I hope so.
by
Yeah,
this
I don't think
person.
it's
But am I thinking way too deep for the show?
No,
again?
I
'Cause-
actually, that's so cool. I mean, that's the whole point of this. I think that's interesting.
I mean, I hope so. And maybe they're smart enough to do it where they knew people, it would get people talking and it would bring coverage and it would get bloggers to write and stuff. Maybe they did do it on purpose.
Because it could just be the Jesus toast situation where it was like, that's really not Jesus on that toast. And it's really not a face on the Terra Nova.
Yeah, you can make
Yeah.
anything out of anything. I
Yeah.
think.
Our
Really.
brains work in a way that we want to make sense of things.
Yeah.
So we'd look at that and be like, oh yeah, it is a face because, but maybe just the designer was like, la la la, didn't notice and then put it out. And
Right.
I just feel like I wish things went, remember Da Vinci Code and like,
Yep.
it was
Yeah.
big. I read the book. I really like the book. It was very entertaining, but it's just like some dude who is sitting in his apartment writing a story. There's never anything that much deeper about it. It's always just like man-made. All of this is just like man-made, and it's like I wish there was a greater mystery to it all, but it's really just like some dude who had a computer and was like, I'm designing a world.
Yeah.
It never really goes that deep for me.
Yeah, but when you're paying $4 million per episode, I think that they were probably like, no, you need to make this symbolic, because they're not just gonna be like, draw a freaking piece of earth. Like, I just
I
feel
hope
like
so.
they
I hope
better
so.
be thinking they're Hollywood. Come on, you're in Hollywood for a reason. You're supposed to be talented at what you do.
I don't
You know,
think-
any Joe
not
Schmo,
me.
Jim Shannon could have freaking drawn that. You know what I mean? Like, come on. It's
No,
just like whatever.
I hope it
There has to
was
be,
on
I feel
purpose because it'd be cooler that way.
Agreed. Well, anyways, prediction time.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So scary.
Kendra, why don't you start?
Well, I didn't get to kind of say this earlier, but it kind of goes with predictions. Do we predict that Terra Nova will be the favorite new TV drama on the People's Choice Awards?
Who's nominated?
They're going up against, and I think they're actually still in the runnings towards becoming a nominee, but others listed are A Gifted Man, which I haven't seen, Grimm, Heart of Dixie, Once Upon a Time, Pan Am, Person of Interest, Prime Suspect, Revenge, Ringer, The Secret Circle, and Unforgettable.
I think they might be because those shows that you listed are all the ones that I think were like listed to
To be
probably
canceled.
No,
not all of them,
Revenge is
not all of them, but a lot of
Revenge
them.
and Ringer.
No way.
Pan
Yeah, they're
Am.
really
They
good.
made-
No way are they beating Ringer,
Ringer or
Secret
Revenge.
Circle.
I don't know any of those
Revenge.
shows.
Yeah,
Those are
Prime
the-
Suspect
Okay,
is really good too, actually.
Yeah, but that's definitely gonna get canceled.
no, it's not.
Prime
Mhm.
Suspect?
Mhm.
Who's that? Who's in that one?
That woman, she wears the hats, like blonde. She's like supposed to be this like hard ass detective.
Wait, then sorry, I'm getting confused. It's not Prime Suspect. No, because I'm thinking of the one where it's two men working against these criminals, and they have like
Oh, that's Person of Interest.
person
I
of
think.
interest. Sorry, I meant person of interest, not Prime Suspect.
Yeah, I heard
Love
that
person of
one's-
interest.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Well, wait, Jesse, which ones did you say would definitely win?
Revenge.
Definitely
Ringer.
Revenge,
Yes,
Secret Circle,
100%.
and Ringer.
Ringer.
Those
Yeah.
are like the top shows on.
I always hear about those
I have never
shows.
heard of any of. I'm so like out of the loop with actual
Really?
TV shows. I
I
don't know what I'm
watch
doing
them, but
here.
I've heard about Revenge and
Yes.
Ringer. Especially
By the way,
Revenge. I have heard
Wednesday-
of Revenge. You told me about
Yes,
Revenge. Yeah.
it's amazing.
Okay.
And we're going to start doing an after show actually for Revenge on Wednesdays, starting this week actually.
Oh, cool.
So tune in for that. On Wednesdays we'll be doing it. But
Are you
yeah,
doing it?
Revenge. Yeah, I'm going to
Oh,
be
cool.
doing it. Thank God. I love Revenge. There's a lot of convincing. And we actually had people tweeting that they wanted Revenge to be
Cool.
one of our after shows. So thank you, Phil, finally, for listening to me.
Nice.
I've been begging him for like weeks. Let's do Revenge.
Who's
I love
doing
that
it?
Show. Me and a few other people, which I cannot recall who was on the email list. I'm sorry.
Has
don't
everyone been
remember.
watching it? Has everyone been watching the
I've
show?
been watching it since episode 1, and I have it on DVR. So
Nice.
yeah, I love it.
Sorry,
I am a
Terra
fan.
Nova.
I know I love Terra Nova too,
Favorite
but
new TV
Revenge
drama.
I absolutely love.
Well, good luck, Terra Nova. I hope you win. You've got
Some
my
interesting
my
categories.
vote.
I would say though, as far as predictions, if I have time, I think somebody's gonna die. It's gonna be either Lucas or Taylor, but I think it's gonna be Lucas.
Oh, yeah, we had
in
that.
that last episode.
We had that info that someone major's gonna.
Yeah, but
lose.
Lucas,
Yeah.
he hasn't been in all the episodes, but I think he's gonna die by the end of the season.
I think he could die because his use was to create the portal to go both ways. It goes both ways now in the next episode, so they could kill him off.
Yeah.
They could, but he hasn't really been a key. Well,
Right,
or-
but that's why they
or-
can kill him off because he
Yeah,
hasn't
but
been
they were
key, but he
saying
is
it
a
was
major
like
player.
a key person that's gonna die. But unless they're just saying that, you know.
Well, he's kind of a major player indirectly.
He is.
but who knows? We'll see.
But so is so are the children, I should say.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
He
I want to
is
see
one of
Maddie
the-
go.
who don't exist yet.
I've got it in for her.
Maddie.
Just kidding.
Ooh. No, 'cause
Well.
she's got to marry what's his name, Reynolds.
Yeah, Maddie and Reynolds. Ugh.
Maybe that'll be the first Terra Nova wedding.
No. No, I'm just kidding. Well, do you guys have anything else to say, or
Keep on rocking, Terra Nova.
keep on rocking? Hey, well, maybe we'll see you guys next week. Also, we'll do some plugs right now. I just want to say I'm in a competition on gotcast.com. I am trying to win a free hosting class with Maureen Brown, so please, I need to beat this kid Spencer.
How much are her
who's right
classes
behind me.
normally?
Probably like just
In the
as
hundreds, I think.
expensive as Marky Costello, I would
Yeah,
assume. It's
yeah.
probably up there. I don't know, but I just would like a free class because, we're all like starving people out here trying to do our thing.
Yeah, you
It's
guys
very
go on
helpful.
Gotcast and vote for Gabrielle Loren.
Yes. Thank you very much. I have 2 days to do it, so go on gotcast.com/Gabrielle Loren and vote for me, please. 2 days, today and tomorrow.
Give them the thumbs up, like the
Yes.
presidential vote for me.
What about you guys? Any plugs? Where do we want to go? Where do we want to find you at?
Go to my blog, please. It's called sweatthesmallstuffwithkristen.com. Go there.
And my website, kendrakabasele.com. KendraKabasele.com.
And that's it for us tonight, Terra Novians. See you next time.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.